Okay. Good morning. Good morning. We got our ancestor lists and our cards this morning. I'm like not even gonna shuffle. I shuffled them for like 5 minutes, being all crazy. Like, okay. See what it's got to say. 8 of Pentacles, hard work and money. 9 of Pentacles. Don't forget to treat yourself. Wow, this is good. Good grounding. The Fool, new beginning. Sorry. Probably should give you a little good look at this. See? Hard work and money. Treat yourself. Don't forget. And we have the Fool out here. Something new. New to the 4 of Cups. A little bit of emotional cocoonage. This new journey. Staying a little inside yourself. Strength. You don't feel like you have the strength to get out of it. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You're feeling ungrounded. This new beginning has got you a little bit cocoony, feel a little bit less of and absolutely ungrounded, unglued sometimes. But that's okay. But let's look at it from a different perspective with the 7 of Pentacles on top. Not everything you did in the past is going to work in the future. So let's look at some different ideas to help you get that grounding. Page of Cups in reverse. It's okay. You don't have to tell anybody that you don't feel like it. Or you're having a little bit of a hard time. You have the choice to keep your mouth quiet and keep everything inside. That's totally okay. Just don't do too much of it that it makes you sick. We still are social creatures. We still like to be around other humans, right? So even though you're ungrounded and you're feeling like you have to change your perspective and look on stuff and you're feeling a little bit less than, you're not. Because you feel a little bit less than, it's just give you room to grow and improvement on the things that you always wanted to improve on. Look at a different place. Look at a different perspective. You're overly emotional because you're beating yourself up and you're running yourself ragged. Okay, so you need to slow down. You need to take a moment and you need to rest. Don't burn yourself the fuck out. We have upside down here the 4 of Swords, right? Tranquility, rest. In reverse, it's really saying you burnt yourself out. You need to slow down. And that's probably why you have the Page of Cups in reverse here, where you're just feeling a little like you just can't get started at something. A little emotional at your new beginning here. Like you can't get back to safe ground. The worst of it's over. Rest. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. See this. Let's see this. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse. The Devil in reverse. The 2 of Cups in reverse. Okay. Okay, so this card, the 8 of Wands, is supposed to be some fast, but because it's Beetlejuice and it becomes upside down, this card holds significance to me as that you're facing your own shit, right? This has nothing to do with fast-moving movement. So this is what happened here, as you did something. You may have had to do something in your shadow side, right? Right here with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Devil in reverse, so we know it's an internal shadow thing, right? And then we have the 2 of Cups in reverse. The 2 of Cups is asking you to communicate, right? As I read it, and I'm going to read it again. Have a heart-to-heart talk with your partner. If it's time to part ways, it should be done with honesty and respect for one another. And this is you owning up to your bullshit. So, babe, you're ungrounded and so caught up in your head because you did something. It's done and over with. You did it while you were in your shadow side, and now you have to communicate with your partner, and you have to face up to your bullshit. Believe me, everything done in the dark will come to the light. Even if you're a light worker and you have darkness and you have to do the darkness. You have to sometimes. You have to. Sometimes it gets to that point where you need that tower top. And maybe along some lines, we can come back here to the beginning with the Eight of Pentacles. Here you are with your significant other talking it out with somebody else because you know what? You've talked and it just didn't work, and one or the other was just not listening, and you bring in somebody else and you ask for ideas and solutions, and then you just go on this ungrounded trip on how bad you feel about yourself, right? I can even talk from experience, how bad you feel about yourself, right? And then you don't do it. You do it when you're burnt out and you're emotionally unstable, and I don't believe that I've ever, I'm trying to think back, at any time that I've made a decisive decision, all my decisions have been logical, foresighted, and precisionally planned out by the divine. So if you're doing something behind somebody's back in that respect because you feel less than or shitty and you think that you're just going to do it to make yourself feel better, well, you went and did something behind your other significant other's back of some sort in your shadow time that you need to communicate effectively with him or her. The truth has got to come out. You need to face up to your bullshit. This is the reason why you're ungrounded. The only way you're going to be able to find your ground is if you communicate effectively and be like, hey, man, it's going to be emotional. I'm really sorry about this, but I done some shit. Whether it was lying about your, I mean, it could be lying, it could be cheating, it can be using the finances somewhere where you're not supposed to and somebody didn't know. Right? Because that's kind of how it's looking to begin with. Maybe you used money in a place that you weren't supposed to and you never told nobody. I mean, that could be a shadow side too. This don't have to always be like we murdered somebody or we cheated on somebody or we said something bad about somebody. It can be a simple thing as you have to own up to your bullshit for using the money in the wrong place because you had the money right here. You see that with the Eight of Pentacles, hard-working money, and the Nine of Pentacles. You had enough to get yourself a little treat. Maybe use that money to buy something a little bit too much of a treat. And now you're going to have to tell them about it. It's like buying horses with the checkbook and nobody's supposed to know. Right? Here she comes out. The Seven of Swords in reverse. It's going to be embarrassing. You don't want to say anything. You don't want to tell them about it. You don't want to have that communication. What happens when you have to have that communication about the shit you did at the dark side because you did it in an evil, you did it in a with bad intentions. You did it with bad intentions. And now you don't want to be discovered. You're scared inside to say something. I get it. You don't want to, but sometimes you just gotta suck up and take accountability for the shit that you've done. Open your mouth. Tell them about it. High Priestess in reverse. The Star. And an internal tower. This is something that you have to do. Have the communication. Get shit set straight. Get shit set straight. Face yourself and face your fears. Do not shut out your intuition. This is actually, it's gonna be a star moment, honestly, with the Tower in reverse here, though it is an internal conflict that you're gonna have to take care of in order to ground yourself. What's done in the dark will come to the light, no matter who it is. So you might as well be the one to tell the truth to begin with. Health, wealth, and abundance.